bitches.
Broadcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast with Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is our annual, I can't even be spooky about it because the joy is in my voice. It's our annual live Halloween party via Zoom. We are currently joined by an order of appearance on my screen. We have Jamie and Jackson and Greg and Judy and JP and Matt. Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hello, spooky Halloween.
Same rules as always apply. You know, feel free to unmute and speak when you want to. If you can get a word in edgewise over me, because I'm very excited and I talk a lot. Anyway, yeah, how's it going? Happy Halloween. I'm very excited. I said that already. I'm dressed as Weird Barbie.
I'm a Republican. Not even like one of the kooky ones. It's now one of the mainstream ones.
Right, you're just it. Just card carrying.
Yep.
Shandy is wearing a tinfoil hat, in case anybody was wondering.
Best costume ever. Cheapest, easiest to put together. I thought of it a week or so ago, wrote it down as we were recording, and was just like, oh, I can just like relax now.
Oh, I love it. I love that for you. This was like 10 minutes ago.
And it's very cute.
I'm very impressed.
I'm a cat burglar.
I'm very impressed.
So cute.
Jay's after bedtime, Jay might pop in, but I told him that he has to put on his Ken wig. So I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yes. If he comes into your room, not wearing the Ken wig, we all have to just point.
I know.
Out.
I even said you don't have to wear the vest or anything. Nope. Okay, so behind the scenes here, I'm Weird Barbie. He's Dojo Mojo Casa House Ken. The fur jacket is outstanding. It is so freaking ridiculous. But even though I ordered a large, everything that came was a small, and I didn't get it through Prime, which kind of sucked. But I was very low on options for that. So because I could either buy it with the jacket, or I could buy the jacket separately for like $75. And I was like, we're never going to wear this again. So I'm just going to suck it up, get the non-Prime version, hope it all fits. So the vest is a little small. He can't zipper it. So then he was a little like,
but I don't think he zippers it in the movie.
So yes. So then he got a little like, I don't know if I really want to walk around like with my chest hanging out. So then we got the idea. We ordered one of those t-shirts that has like the muscles with the abs on it.
Nice.
That's totally where my mind went. And I was really hoping that that's where yours went as well. I love this.
So that will be here tomorrow. And then I don't know what he's going to do about the pants, but yeah. So we should be able to make it work though. It has the horse,
nice.
The horse necklace that he wears and the Ken fanny pack.
Nice. So wait, he has like an element from Totally Killer in his costume?
He does have an element from Totally Killer, which is a movie that Shandy watched, and I was going to bring up in a second.
Did indeed. I got excited when you said muscle shirt. I was like, I've seen that very recently.
One might say 2 hours ago.
One might. One sure might.
Yeah, so we debut. This was my test run. We debut the costume. We're sucking it up. We're going to a neighbor's Halloween party. You know how we're very antisocial with most of our neighbors. But we're gonna do it.
You were invited?
Yes, we were invited. So unfortunately it's on the other side of the lake, so we can't walk to it and then like walk home really quietly. We had to like commit to driving there and going. But that's okay. That's okay. It starts at 8 and no, it starts at 7, and we do have an Alex that we could be like, Alex, cry.
Oh, it's a family party.
It's a family party, yes. So Alex is doing Buzz Lightyear, which is his go-to costume. He's either Buzz Lightyear or Stay Puft. We're back at Buzz this year. And Zachary is being a knight.
Oh, nice.
Which he's been wearing it to play, like with the helmet and everything. And I'm like, Zach, if you break this, I'm not buying you another costume. You're gonna be SOL here. So I had to confiscate it. He still managed to get the shimmering stuff, whatever it's called, the mail chain stuff, and was running around with that. When my mom was here, they were like playing hide and seek and he was wearing it. And I was like, come on, guys. We have 2 weeks. We got to make this last. Anyway, so it should be really fun. At least the dressing up part will be very fun. Anybody else have any Halloween plans?
No, we're just going to walk around the neighborhood, which is an event in and of itself. Our neighborhood goes hard for Halloween. So
that's awesome.
It's just, it's fun to just kind of walk around, and they closed down some streets. And last year they had like giant, like puppets on stilts and, like drum lines and stuff. So it's nice. It's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
And then we're, home by 7. It's great.
Nothing wrong with that. And we'll be off next week. The bloopers will hopefully be out. That's my goal. What's too late? 2 months late between friends. Shandy, does it get wild? Oh, by the way, petition to call this possibly hard for Halloween. Because I also go and get hard for Halloween. Oh, that's right, Shandy, you're going back to Asheville this weekend.
Sure.
Right.
Yes. For the birthday. Yeah. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm a little jealous, but it'll be fun.
So like verdict on Asheville, your verdict is 2 thumbs up?
Like all the thumbs, all the fingers, all the toes.
I was thinking about you guys today because I was like, if you're working from home, and Jay like sometimes works from home, right? Too. I was like, there's nothing physically keeping you except for like grandparents and stuff. In Raleigh, I was like, they could totally I had this like planned out for you guys. You could move to Asheville.
We talked about
I was gonna go to some open houses for you while I was there. If I saw anything, I was gonna send it your way.
More parade of homes.
Right. Just maybe in a different neighborhood that's not quite, in the million range. But hey.
I don't know if those exist out there anymore. Yeah. Well, we talked about because Jay is back in the office for and he does have to be there more than he did before. But we're talking about like for a week in the summertime, maybe renting something, and then he could just work home for the week.
Nice.
And then we could do things like, I could climb up mountains.
Yes.
And he could do things like leisurely stroll. Totally. And we could still enjoy nature in our own way. Yeah. We would obviously we would bring them. It'd be great. Like they still have TV in Asheville, Zach. It's okay.
I was gonna say if you line it up with a week that they're tracked out and like at their grandparents, then you could do all the hiking.
We could. And that would not be a bad idea to do, because they always track out starting the week of Jay's birthday, which is the March 27th. Mm-hmm. And then they're out for the first 2 weeks of April, which is like perfect weather.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, can't wait to hear all about Asheville. Anybody else out there? I know this is Jamie's big Halloween plans, and you need to tell us about your costume for posterity.
It's so good.
Okay. When you first came on screen, my internal thought was, is that a shirt? But then I was like, well, it can't be a shirt on her face. So I think it is makeup.
It could be. My costume is Lisa Frankenstein. I'm a face painter by weekend. So this is my jam.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, how did it get so good?
I was like, how are you so good at this? That explains it.
This is just years of doing this is what this is. So I'm not doing anything for Halloween. I'm bringing the kids out trick-or-treating for a hot minute when there's a break in the rain. And so I was like, I'm going to do all of the makeup today.
Nice.
Oh, love it. It looks so good.
Thank you.
Judy, do you want to tell us about your costume?
Sure. It's a very poor Dolores Umbridge.
Oh, I see it. I
don't think it's poor at all.
I don't think it's poor at all.
I was informed the office theme was Hogwarts this year, and I was like, okay, I got a couple costumes, but I don't think so, but I can throw something together. So
it looks good, and I'm glad that you wore it for us. Mm-hmm. JP is now a GIF or an avatar of himself. He's Jack from Lost.
Exactly what I was going for.
What? Which is perfect because this is episode 815. Come on, Losties. The Losties out there are nodding. Flight 815 was the flight that they were on that crashed. Okay.
I'm trying to get the signal. I missed it.
Awesome. All right. So, Shandy, you mentioned that you watched Totally Killer.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody else watch it, or any other movies or TV that you want to mention?
It was totally fun.
I told you it was fun.
Yeah, Frank was like, I thought you didn't really like scary movies, because he like came home as I was watching it, and I was like, well, but it's not. I mean, it's like campy enough that it's not like scary.
No, it's not. It was exactly like Matt had described. Like there's more blood and guts in like Scary Movie than there is in Scream. It's very fun.
Yeah. And I really enjoy Sabrina, whose name I looked her up also.
Kiernan Shipka.
Shipka.
Yeah.
Shipka, I think.
Did you know that she's been acting professionally since she was 7 years old?
Yeah, she was in Mad Men.
Yeah.
I've never seen Mad Men, so I didn't. Yeah. Anyway, it was really fun though. I really liked it. Highly recommend. Definitely 2 thumbs up. I think it's a good one to put in the rotation.
Yes.
I will watch it this weekend.
If anybody is interested, Nightmare Before Christmas is back in theaters, like on the big screen.
Oh, because wasn't Matt saying it's the
30th
anniversary?
Oh my God. It's just insane. Every time you say it, it's like it cuts afresh. It's like, what?
Yeah.
And I must say the animation or claymation or whatever Asian totally holds up. Incredible.
I was going to say, on the big screen, it is so crisp and beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember it looking this good.
They probably did some like restoration and stuff, I would imagine.
I would guess, because I'm like, I've seen it on DVD a million times, but I'm like, it just looks so much nicer.
Yeah. We were gonna go see it, and then we discovered that Back to the Future was in theaters for one day on Saturday. So we ended up doing that instead.
Actually, this is good to know. Daniel's parents are coming to visit this weekend, and they've offered to babysit. And we were like, oh boy, what are we gonna go out and do? Maybe we'll go see a movie.
Yes. Or just do anything where you're by yourselves.
Right? Just walk around.
Yeah. So I know Matt's probably watched this, but I was recommended by somebody else the Fear Street, the Goosebumps thing that you were talking about.
Oh, right.
I do need to do that next, but I watched The Fall of the House of Usher.
Oh, I watched the first episode. We started that, so no spoilers.
Okay.
But we're one episode in, and we both really like it so far.
Okay. So Jay bailed out after the first episode. He was kind of like, but I liked it so much that I rewatched certain scenes and like paid attention, like didn't look at my phone, pay attention. If I missed something, because I was watching it while I was trying to work today, like I would pause it to like do the work and then go back, because I was like super into it. I loved it. I won't say anything else until you've seen it. Is it just me and Matt that have seen it so far, or is anybody else? You watch it too, Judy? You did too, Jackson? No? Okay. Jamie, I don't know if that's a yes or a no.
Yeah, I binged it in like 2 days. And for anyone who hasn't watched it yet, I will say, do not let the first episode set the tone for the series. It's really great.
But the first episode is kind of the tone of the series.
I mean, yes. There's less dongs. I'm just gonna say that.
There's less what?
Way less dongage going on throughout the rest of the series. Less side.
She means naked
less
people.
Dongs. Yes.
Oh, less dongs. Gotcha.
Yes. It's funny because my son loves the Flanagan series. We're rewatching Haunting of Hill House today, and so he was really pumped about this new one dropping, and it was like 10 minutes into the first episode, he's like, oh, I'm out. So we had to call him in after like the third episode, and we're like, we think you're in the clear now. You should come back and watch.
Yeah. So because the show, and this isn't a spoiler, is in several different timelines. I actually, after I finished watching it today, I went back and watched part of the first episode again, and there's stuff that ties in that I wouldn't have even known, like even just the song that they played for the opening comes back in the finale, and I don't think I would have even remembered that that was the song that they used to like set up the whole series. But anyway, it's really, really good. It's probably not everyone's cup of tea. Essentially, it's they take the Edgar Allan Poe story, The Fall of the House of Usher, take those main characters and then create a whole universe around those two characters, building out for the extended Poe universe. So they use character names from the other poems and short stories of his. I don't think there's anybody in there that isn't named from a Poe story. A lot of the themes are there. They're just more like modernized.
Lots of ravens.
Well, you'll find out, but yeah, lots of ravens.
I will say,
is it more enjoyable is it more enjoyable if you know like the stories?
No, because I knew some of the stories, but so I read a lot of Poe when I was in like freshman in high school, because I had an English teacher that was like gave that for a lot of assignments, and like I was into X-Files at the time and like creepy shit. So I read them then, but it's been a really long time since I've read any of them, except maybe I read The Raven in college for something. But like I had to do a refresher course on each story on Wikipedia after I watched the episode.
Gotcha. And I have never read much Poe, but so far I'm still enjoying it. I will say I did a little Wikipedia rabbit hole, and did you know that Edgar Allan Poe died when he was 40 and also married his 13-year-old cousin?
Yep.
It's like doesn't everybody know? He was the original Jerry Lee Lewis.
I didn't know a thing about the life of Edgar
I didn't either. I'm assuming he was also like a massive alcoholic. Is that the one I'm thinking
of?
Yeah, okay.
And there's some like weird like urban legend that he was like a time traveler.
Yes.
That like, you know, someone once found him like wandering down the middle of the street in like weird clothing, or like I don't know. I'm butchering the story, but like he's a weird dude.
Yeah.
I always feel like Poe is definitely representative of Baltimore and really fits in with John Waters.
Yeah. Yeah. Greg says, I only knew the Raven from The Simpsons. I don't know the Raven from The Simpsons. So is that where the Baltimore Ravens from? Sorry, going back to what Judy just said. I just clicked.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I wonder. What a weird
section. See that one coming.
Yeah, the going back to The Simpsons, the first Treehouse of Horror, which is like the comedy series, the first one, I believe it's the first one. The last segment is the Raven, and it's read by James Earl Jones, and Homer Simpson occasionally chimes in some of the, you know, when the narrator's speaking. It's a pretty solid piece from like, you know, the early seasons when the animation is not that great, but that one's pretty well done.
Yeah. There's you'll recognize some things, and some things just read about it afterwards. Wikipedia is great for that. Although, so his wife's name in like the past timeline is Annabelle Lee, and that is one of the ones that I distinctly remember having to like write about in 9th grade. So that kind of kept throwing me off, kept bringing me back to being 14 again. Anyway. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I recommend it. Just go in with a caveat, knowing it's not a feel-good show. I mean, if you like to see rich people die, then it's okay. But it's not a feel-good show. Shandy, earmuffs real quick. Bawled my eyes out at the very last person to die.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I had to pause it and sob and then go wash my face because I was like, okay.
I know. I kept saying, no, they can't.
I was like, no, maybe she's
a
a product of an affair.
It's a tragedy. So
yeah.
Oh, man.
People from high brought down low.
Exactly. But no, I sobbed. Like, I feel like, yeah, like ugly cry all the way. But okay, Shandy, you can come back now. Woo! She heard us.
I was just about to type in the chat.
JP said you had me at dong. That's why he came back on. Ditched the Jack and came back to. What was Jack's last name? I lost. I'm blanking.
Shepherd.
Shepherd. Duh.
Because he is a shepherd.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Because you know,
exactly subtle.
He shepherded them all in together. All right. Anyway, moving on. Anybody else have any fun Halloween movies or TV shows or whatever that they watched?
I have something.
Oh, hello.
I'm not fully up to date on it, but I watched the first 3 episodes of Goosebumps.
Nice.
And the first one was not that great, but I think the second, third one lean a lot more into the Goosebumps aspect, and I want to keep watching that. I just haven't had time.
Nice. What is that on again?
Disney Plus.
Oh,
one of the ones I canceled. I also canceled Hulu because they're jacking it up to like $18 a month.
If you have the no ads.
Oh yeah, no, we have with ads. That's fine.
Oh, Shandy, I don't know if you saw my Disney Plus post, but they want me to pay an extra $50 for the year.
Why?
Oh, why?
That's just the price increase. If I don't want ads, that's what the tier is for years. $140.
It is pretty annoying.
Netflix is going to do the same thing. So
yeah,
it's insane.
Because nobody can monetize streaming.
Truly,
and Netflix is doing
the scariest thing.
Yeah. So if you have the premium version,
yes,
they're jacking that to $24.
What?
I've still got like the standard, but I think they want everybody to go to the ads version, and even that's going to be about 10.
I'm logging into our Disney Plus right now.
Yeah. When do we all just go back to regular old cable TV?
Yep.
Huh?
I'm kind of making my way back down. I've pared down to basically like Netflix, and I think I have the Prime just because I think it comes with my phone. Oddly.
Yeah, I'm seriously considering dropping Netflix.
Oh, damn.
And I've been with Netflix since like 2000.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that's the hard one to drop, because it's just like it's always been there.
And my thought is like, I mean, I do watch Netflix pretty frequently. I was watching some shows on Hulu and I'm done with those now. So I'll just like, until new seasons of those shows or some other shows, like multiple ones that I want to watch come out, I'll just stay with Netflix. And at that point we could just like pause Netflix for a couple of months, go to Hulu, you know what I mean? Like,
that's smart. I think, we've been playing for Disney Plus for a while, and like Eden's not quite there yet. Like she's just starting to get there, and it's like, maybe we should put a pause on it for a little bit.
There's only so much time for TV anyway, that like really one of them will suffice. Yeah. It's just annoying when you want to watch like one show that's on something else. But again, if you can just kind of like wait until there's a couple and then do a month of that, or
yeah, I've been living in BritBox lately, and that's like $9. So
what's that?
BritBox.
Do I know that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's it's BBC and ITV. So
okay, that's why Amanda knew it.
Television's existence.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've stolen all our British programming.
I'm glad that you said something about Disney Plus, because I just looked and we have the premium, which I didn't know, but that makes sense because we took the advantage of it when it first came out. Remember, it was like $90 it was like $50 or $40 for the year. It ended up being like $2 a month. It was something crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was like the very first thing. And then last year it went up to $80 for the year, which is still less than $10 a month. So you can justify that. But yeah, it's going to go up to $140 when it charges us in November. So I'm going to have to figure that out, because Disney Plus is one of the ones we watch, and my kids watch Paramount a lot. Paramount Plus.
Yeah. No, we're not doing Paramount.
We watch Survivor, and they watch a fuck ton of SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true. A lot of content.
Okay, so speaking of, it's time for my favorite part of my favorite show, which is scaring Shandy silly with spooky stories.
At least I'm not here alone tonight.
I read these in advance. I did not go for the ones that will scare you like crazy. I went for the glitch in the Matrix stories. So things that happen to you that you can't explain. I think I have done these before, but this is the one that was a 2023 edition. So here we go. Ooh.
Wait, before you start, can you hear the music that's coming in from the street?
No.
Okay, good.
Free party.
Just wanted to confirm if I should mute myself because there's apparently a block party going on outside.
Ooh, fun.
Also, I literally did this and like a little thumbs up icon showed up at the bottom of my Zoom screen.
Yeah, that does that now.
It was terrifying. Let me see if I can get it to do it again.
I was on Zoom.
There, it just
cool. Oh, Jack said,
wait, hold on. Now how do I turn it off?
I think it just goes away when your thumb goes down.
No, it didn't. I clicked on reactions to get
okay. Jack says, I want to recommend a Halloween movie on Netflix called Mr. Midnight, Beware the Monsters. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I will Google that and check that out. Thank you. All right. Spooky story time. Glitch in the Matrix time. I'm not saying that there's no stories with ghosts. I'm just saying I went out of my way to avoid stories in which like a murderer was hiding in the house. Like that one time there was the murder in the bushes and that Shandy was like, I am out now forever. I do what I can. All right. So I think this one, and I'm starting with this one because it's this creepiest, but then it should be out of your head by the end. Okay, Shandy?
Okay.
I went to do laundry around 2 a.m. with my oldest son. After we put the laundry in, we went to a McDonald's drive-thru to get something to drink. The drive-thru was packed with about 5 or 6 cars ahead of us. I noticed probably. I noticed none of the cars were moving forward, and it had been like 5 minutes already waiting. So I decided to go around the car in front of me to go around the car in front of me to the next drive-thru lane because McDonald's has 2 lanes. As I'm pulling around them, I look into their cars to see why they are not moving, and I kid you not, both people, driver and passenger, looked dead. Heads tilted all the way back, eyes shut, not moving, dead. I freaked out and tried to pull out of the drive-thru, entirely going around the other cars just to get out of there. And the next car I passed, all of the passengers also looked dead. I'm talking heads tilted back, eyes shut. I panicked thinking maybe they were all shot or someone killed them all. So I fucking hit the gas and got the fuck out of there.
That's my son's response.
Yes. My son called 911 and told them what happened, and they sent an officer to check. A few minutes later, the cop called us back and said everything was fine at McDonald's. Mind you, my son saw it too. We both saw the car in front of us. The people looked dead. That shit was terrifying. It literally looked like one of those rapture movies or the end of the world type shit. Needless to say, I can't wrap my head around what we saw or why, and I'm still scared over it. Yeesh. Dun, dun, dun. So this person, the person from BuzzFeed that put these together, did the subreddit Glitch in the Matrix and actually compiled not the responses, but the top theory that people had come up with. And the top theory that it had come up with for this one was either excluding the possibility of a hallucination due to fatigue, some kind of jumping in between parallel universes. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't agree with a lot of these top theories, but I'm an expert, so they should listen to me, clearly.
Me, the expert.
It's me. Hi, I am the expert. It's me. Okay, sorry, I will never do that again, except for the next time I do that again. And JP said, scary stories usually start with, it was 3 a.m. and I was just walking into Waffle House.
Those are some fighting words.
Fighting words.
I mean, not for me, because I'm definitely on the other team. Yeah.
And rarely find myself awake at 3 a.m. these days.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
This next one is, it was circa 2002. I was about 8. Me, my dad, and my stepmom at the time were on our way from California to Tennessee by plane. Oop, Tasia's joining us. Perfect.
Woo, just in time.
Just in time. Hey. Here she comes. Hi, Tasia.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, it was taking me a while to get my sound to work. Also, my costume is, hold on, see, I work from home.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Amazing. So we just did the first of the spooky stories, which this year is Glitch in the Matrix stories. So they're not full on ghost stories to scare my good friend Shandy Pants and anybody else out there.
What?
So we are in case you were wondering, Shandy is a Republican, hence the tinfoil hat.
I love it. So good.
Okay. This was circa 2002. I was about 8. Me, my dad, and my stepmom at the time were on our way from California to Tennessee by plane. Once we landed, we got out of the plane and waited for my dad to turn on his phone to call my aunt, who was waiting for us at the airport. We wait a couple of minutes, and my dad has a ton of missed calls from my aunt freaking out about where we were. Called her back, and she's asking us where we've been, and says that they've been waiting for 2.5 hours. I was pretty confused because our flight got there in a normal amount of time without delays, but we somehow lost 2.5 hours of our time change aside. Once we met up with them down at baggage, the carousel was completely empty of luggage and other passengers. We had to go pick up our baggage somewhere else because they had been unclaimed for too long. I still don't know what happened or how we lost that much time. It felt very weird and surreal for the rest of the night.
Wow.
The overall consensus there was a time slip or other type of temporal anomaly. I feel like aliens. Isn't that,
Obviously. I mean,
if you lose
then they
time,
wiped their memery. Yeah.
Always aliens.
Always aliens. Oh, the answer is always aliens.
Yeah. If not aliens. This next one's not that freaky, but it freaked me out for some reason. Okay. Something weird is happening in our town, and only my family seems to notice. The first thing we started noticing were duplicates. We would see someone somewhere only for them to inexplicably end up somewhere else. For example, my mother and I saw and chatted with an old friend at the grocery store, and when we arrived home later, we saw on Facebook that this person was out of the country on vacation and had been for a few days. They have no memory of speaking to either of us. I've taken phone calls that were duplicates of calls I had already taken with the other person, swearing that we haven't spoken yet. The scariest thing, though, has been the deaths. There have been 4 deaths in our community of very well-known and influential people, and every one of them has died twice. We hear about their deaths and we see the RIP posts on Facebook. We see the community fundraisers put on to raise money for the funerals, and even see the cars at the church or the funeral home, only for these same people to die a week or 2 later, and all of the RIP posts and fundraisers happen again. Only our family seems to notice these things happening. My mother, my siblings, and my 2 kids. We don't know what's happening, but it's starting to scare us.
Move.
Yeah, move. Get out of that Jordan Peele movie you're in. Get out of it.
Yes, go. Run. I'm only gonna do a couple of more. Like I said, I actually read ahead and selected the good ones, so I wouldn't have to edit out the shitty ones. When I was little, my parents had a painting of a soldier in uniform. I could see it from my bed when the door was cracked. Several times I saw the man in the painting move his head and look at me.
Dude.
The scariest experience was after I begged my parents to get rid of the painting. My dad calmed me down and I started to drift to sleep. But I had that feeling where you're being watched. When I opened my eyes, and I have never forgotten this, the soldier turned his head and smiled. The next day,
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
The next day, my dad threw the painting away. Years later, my dad told me he heard me moving around in my bed and was looking down the hall trying to decide if he should go check on me again. While glancing down the hallway, he saw the man in the painting turn his head and smile.
That's like something out of Spooked.
Right? That does sound like a story out of Spooked.
Yeah.
Although it's crazy that dad was so calm and told her years later. Like, if I saw that happening, I'd be like, Zachary, fucking run!
Yeah, seriously.
The painting is smiling!
Why you no paintings. No paintings. No portraits in the house.
Exactly.
I had to get up and close the blinds as you were reading that. Just became very aware of the fact that they were still open.
I'm looking outside now. Remember the time I was looking outside and there was the rat?
Yes.
That's thankfully so far to date, not asking for anything else, the weirdest thing that's happened to me looking out these windows. This one is your typical possible alien abduction time slip story. One more because I love them. So I was working in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in a travel job, and then where I would stay in hotels throughout the week and then travel home for the weekend. I got off at 5 o'clock per usual and got on the turnpike. And before I got on the turnpike, stopped at a mom and pop style gas station to fuel up for the trip home. Got my gas, went in, paid for it, and headed down the turnpike. I drove for maybe 2.5 hours before I decided I was going to pull off and get a quick bite and use the bathroom. I punched in the GPS to the nearest gas station and headed to it. And I swear to God, I pulled in the exact same mom and pop gas station. I almost walked in to get a burger and almost fell over. I was so freaked out. This guy's fight or flight was letting him down here.
Yeah, seriously.
I finished up in the station, walked out to the truck, and my GPS reflected I was in the same spot. Those 2.5 hours of driving completely erased as it was after 7 o'clock. I should have been halfway home. The only logic I have is I fell asleep at the station, but surely someone would have woke me up if I was there that long. I remember the drive and the tank and the gas in my tank reflected that I had been driving. It's my only ever glitch, and it still baffles me. Yeah, that one is freaky. As I'm scrolling down, they have like gifts and spooky stuff that like is even more like creepy than the actual stories. Okay, this is the last one. And this one's creepy. I don't think it's as creepy as the first one, but it's creepy. It's like movie creepy. Okay. When I was about 17, my friend and I used to hang out at the mall religiously. But there was one day that we went that still sticks out in my mind years later. It was closer to evening and the lights were all half off, which we'd never seen before. But the mall was still open as far as we could tell, although at least a third of the shops were closed and empty. We couldn't figure out why. There wasn't a holiday or anything else that we knew of. It was unusual, but not so strange as to have no plausible explanation. Maybe they had a power outage, or maybe they were doing electrical maintenance or something. Something about the atmosphere made it feel eerie, though. The dim lights, the sun setting, the familiar bright and bustling area was now quiet and dark. But the part that struck us was the other people there. There weren't as many people around as usual, but almost everyone we encountered would watch us. Their eyes would follow us, and people openly stared expressionlessly at us. Not the typical glance of a person walking past. It was as if they seemed surprised to see us there, and their eyes would trail us long past what's considered socially appropriate. We both noticed immediately, and at first we felt like celebrities. We drank it in. Thinking we must have looked really good that day. But we weren't wearing anything special enough to garner this much attention. We kept checking with each other, looking at our reflections, making sure we didn't have something on our face or something otherwise attention drawing. And we didn't. Still, it continued. I remembered that we both saw two parents with a young child in a stroller all watch us simultaneously as we walked by. And we were both like, okay, this is getting weird. Why are people looking at us? We tried to ignore it, but around 85% of the people we passed took notice of us. People of widely varying demographics, elderly people, children, other teens we didn't recognize, shop clerks, and other customers when we'd enter a store, people at the other tables in the food court as well. We thought maybe it was because there were fewer shoppers around. We started trying to see if people were staring at everyone that passed us by, but we didn't see a single person look at anyone else like that. Instead, we'd catch people looking dead at us from like 40 feet away, ignoring other passersby. I remember people eating pretzels on a bench, stopping as they saw us, watching us as we approached, watching us as we walked past, looking over our shoulders to see them watching us as we walked away. It was starting to feel like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Ooh.
I know. It wasn't like there was open malice, annoyance, or intimidation exactly, but it wasn't like they were amused, attracted, or intrigued either. These weren't friendly glances. It was uncomfortable, like we didn't belong somehow, and everybody knew it. This sounds like a Goosebumps episode, doesn't it?
It does.
Yes. Yes.
We'd normally spend hours, or Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Yes.
This reminds me of an Are You Afraid of the Dark episode. Well, we normally spend hours or even the whole day at the mall, but we barely lasted 45 minutes before my dad called to pick us up again we called my dad to pick us up again to his surprise. And he noticed it too when he got there. We were all super creeped out, but when we went back the next weekend, everything was normal and we never experienced anything like that again. I don't know if I'd go back there the next weekend, but good on them.
No, thanks.
So, ooh. Okay, now it's Tasia's turn.
Okay. I only have spooky ghost stories though, which is why I was like, they're like not spooky ghost stories we're telling. Did I come?
No. We just didn't want over spooky. I bow down to you. I've been waiting for this all year.
Shandy has the proper headwear. She's ready for the spooky stories right now. It's protecting her.
Yes. Yes. It'll protect me from any wavelengths.
Or truth bombs.
Or
Or
ghosts.
truth bombs. Or what's this stuff in the sky?
The chemtrails?
Yes, thank you.
So I'm not going to say where I got these stories from, but I'm going to give you a little backstory. It is a hotel close to where I live. It's very old. And they, around 2010, finally started having the guests write down their experiences when they stayed at the hotel. Really interesting though, because some of them are repetitive incidents, but I'm going to read you the one that I thought was really, really interesting. So again, this is from someone who works there. And this was, of course, the cat wants to come over and play with Bag as soon as I start talking, like, it's fine. No big deal. So this is from 2010, back in October. Working in this hotel about 2 years back, I was working the graveyard shift. At 4 a.m., I get a call from a guest who was irritated with a loud noise that was coming from a ventilation system in the room on the other wing of the hotel. So without hesitation, even if it seemed weird because we don't play, not even like elevator music, I went up to the room. When I got there, I walked up and listened in the room and I hear music. I went closer to the wall and realized it was not from the vent, it was next door. I head to the desk first to see if the room was vacant or occupied, and when I looked it up, it was vacant. I went back up to open the room to see if it was the TV or radio alarm clock. As soon as I opened the door, the music playing was on full blast. As I ran to the radio, shut it off because I realized the song playing is Killing Me Softly by Roberta Flack. I tried hitting the snooze button or the off button, but it was not working. I pulled the plug, and the music immediately stopped. The next night, 4 a.m. again. The house phone rings and a guest called to put in a complaint in the west wing, so different wing of the hotel, saying that her neighboring room was watching TV and it was loud. The guest gave me the room number they think it's coming from. I looked it up on our records and the room was empty. So I went to the west wing, and as soon as I opened the door, the song was loud, and again, it was playing Killing Me Softly. I thought to myself, whoa, what a coincidence, but ignored it and pulled the plug. The third night, I got a call again at 4 a.m. again and received a guest complaint from the main building. As I went up the elevators, I could hear the music in the hallways. I went to the room, which was also vacant, and Killing Me Softly was playing again, but the song was almost ending. As I was walking towards the clock radio to pull the plug, the song ended and started to sing, How Do I Get Through Without You? Which was How Do I by Trisha Yearwood. So do with that what you will.
Oh, well, at least this ghost has good taste in music.
And consistent. So consistent. You know, like clockwork.
Yeah.
Is this the hotel that I stayed at last time I came to Monterey? Okay.
And if it was, she wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, you know I would, because then you would come stay with me next time.
So you told me that place was haunted too.
They're all haunted. Oh, speaking of which, so I did the ghost tour, by the way, the ghost trolley tour in Monterey on Saturday night. That guy is like fucking back shit. Like he is just like, I don't know what's going on with him. He could not keep a consistent story. He took us through the cemetery that's close by. And like, that was the highlight of the tour, except there was like no backstory on the gravestones. We just were wandering around the dark. And he's like, this one's my favorite. And then he'd be like talking about it. And we go a little bit further. He goes, this one's read like 5 different times. And it was like, we're close enough to downtown that I think we can like go drink. Let's just abort.
Where's the cemetery? Oh, I take that back. It's a giant cemetery.
There's like so I took pages of like all of the books, like the pages of the book. Any preference? Like how spooky do you want it?
Just
you want like hands in the elevator spooky?
I want spooky. At least one spooky. If not, like I said,
let's get spooky.
Let me see if I can find.
We're good.
Tasia, we're going hard for Halloween this year.
Ooh.
So
We're raging for Halloween. I like that. I'm here for it. There was one where a woman got held down. Let me see here. And again, so many pages. Does anyone have like an in-between one looking through?
Like held down, like
so the story.
What's the shadow person where they like
succubus?
The old hag
or an
syndrome.
Incubus?
It's like the night terrors, right? Where you feel like you're being held down. But this one, I'm from memory. She was saying she fell asleep with her Bible open on her bed. Woke up.
Number one.
Well, she woke up, felt this pressure on her chest, couldn't move. The air was super heavy in the room. She felt someone sitting on the bed next to her without anyone being there. And then the next night, she said it was like they had like, it might have been the next night. It was like while she was still there. She said she woke up again, like in the middle of the night. And the second time she woke up, instead of being held down, she saw a woman in a maid's costume standing at the end of her bed, smiling.
No.
Yeah, there's like, and like the thing is with this, like there's so many people that had like repeat experiences, like the elevator. People were walking around a hotel, go to the elevator, they're standing looking at the panels, and handprints start appearing on the panel walls as they're standing there, looking there at the panels to go up and down. And that happened like people like years apart reported that happening. Super, super random. Where's the one where
I looked it up. The old hag syndrome is a colloquial name for sleep paralysis, which is a supernatural thing, where you feel like you can't move and you have pressure on your chest, like an old hag is sitting on your chest.
Because you are paralyzed.
I remember that from my MU days. Yeah.
Yes. No, but because like your body does go into a sort of paralysis when you sleep, so that you don't go walking everywhere and acting out your dreams.
True.
Very true. But I want to read you one that's boring. Also, some people like cursive. I prefer like the chicken scratchy writing versus like the cursive writing. There's like some real slanty writing, and it's like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Give that to a 10-year-old or a 20-year-old. They won't be able to read it. Apparently.
I mean, let's see here. Still looking. Sorry that I'm not more prepared. Let's see.
JP, he's vamping. You want to unmute and vamp? You tell the jokes better than I can read them.
I'm just reading them from a website. I'm filling.
Yeah. Do the joke.
Fill her up.
Please do.
Hey guys, what's a ghost's favorite drink? Booze.
What? Boo. No, I love that. Got any more while Tasia's looking?
Why are ghosts and demons so close with each other?
Why?
Because a demon's a girl's best friend.
Oh God.
Word. All right, I found one.
Okay, great.
All right, sorry.
Thank you, JP.
Thank you. All right, so this is from 2010 as well, October. I walked into my room and I arrived and took one step and felt like a wall. It was a feeling of really heavy air, and stopped and told the feeling it was okay. We were just coming to stay and we meant no harm. The heavy air wall moved and I walked into the room. My room had a beautiful balcony. As I approached the doors to open them, I had a feeling of tightness around my neck. I had to stop and gather my thoughts and mustered up enough energy to put this feeling aside. Being on the 3rd floor, it wasn't a fear of heights. It was a physical feeling. I walked out to the balcony, still not feeling assured. But once I told him I was just visiting The fear and the feeling went away, and I was able to go out on the balcony from that moment on without anyone stopping me. Late one evening, my son and I decided to do some late night playing. He wanted a snack, and I wanted to go look around the hotel. We headed out with a small flashlight. As we head down the old hallways, we took the service elevators to the lower floor. As we got off the elevator, I felt the heavy air again. It stopped me dead in my tracks. There seems to be a being watching over many of the areas of the hotel. The heavy feeling was all over again. They're not here to cause any problems, and I spoke to them and let them know that everything was fine and we were just having fun. Something exists in the huge vault out by the front desk. When the door is wide open, the air is very thick, and when the door is closed, it's gone. The hotel has many friendly guests roaming the hallways, and only did I feel that energy in those two instances, but they are here. So have fun and talk to them. Enjoy them. Shandy, you want to come enjoy them? I'll just read the next one. Our first couple nights on the weekend, things seemed normal. I slept in the bedroom two slept in the bedroom and I slept in the living room. On Monday morning, early around 5 a.m., my mom, who was in the bedroom, noticed a light was on in the living room. She asked to see why I was awake, but when she came out, I was in the same position as when she came out to get water the hour before. Confused, she turned on the light. We woke up, she asked about the incident, and I had no idea. Since I don't sleepwalk and we didn't even know how the light worked, we knew it wasn't us. My dad then admitted he saw a figure moving out the corner of his eye from one of the bedrooms while we were watching TV the previous night. The next night we went to bed a little curious, and as 5 a.m. rolled around, the light turned itself on again, and my mom woke up to it. We figured maybe the ghost has a weekly routine. Regardless, we feel no threat and look forward to tonight. Shandy, it's fine. They want you to come visit. They just, turn the lights on when they need to come on.
Nope.
Oh, there was one where someone saw a burned figure in the hallway. Where is it? Oh, here's the elevator one. This is my first visit to the hotel. I'd heard it was haunted, and my friend and I decided to go ghost hunting. After walking around for half an hour and only hearing a weird sound in the ballroom, I was ready to give up and call it a hoax. My friend and I were walking toward the elevator on the second floor on the east wing, and we were talking about the fire that had happened there, and we were trying to get the ghosts mad. We reached the elevator, and I wanted to go down the stairs because I have a slight fear of them, but my friend convinced me, saying we would only go down a floor. We got in, and I glanced around looking for the buttons to push one, and I saw nothing on the gold reflective elevator walls. And looking down at the elevator buttons, I asked my friend to floor 1, right? And I heard her say, "Oh, shh." And I looked up and turned my head partly to see her, but before I could, I saw a pair of white handprints just coming out of my peripherals. And as the elevator doors were closing, I leaped in front of the elevator door, and my friend and I ran all the way back to our hotel room. The next morning, we went back to investigate, and the handprints were gone.
Okay, but question 1, why would you try to piss off the ghosts?
Because that's how you Have you not watched Ghost Adventures ever? That's like his main method of getting any kind of contact is be like, come at me, ghost bros. Come on, you little weak ectoplasmy babies. That's just how you do it.
That'd be a better way.
I've got more. How many more do you want, Colleen?
Let's do one more, but first I need to just slip in a commercial break right here because I don't want to forget.
All right, let me see. I wish I could find like the last good one. No pressure.
We could bring in our stand-up comedian again to vamp.
Yes, please vamp away.
Yes, vamp.
No pressure.
No pressure. Okay. Why do skeletons enjoy sleeping with very tiny women?
Something about a boner. I mean,
Bon appetit.
So bad.
It's like dirty dad jokes. I don't know about this.
I like that one. With like a side of French. Checks a couple boxes.
All right, I'm ready if you guys are. Last one.
Go for it.
All right. We arrived at the hotel on Thursday night. Originally, we were supposed to stay. This is from 2011.
Okay.
Originally, we were supposed to stay in a room on the 3rd floor of the main building, but unfortunately, our room was already taken. So we were switched to room 222, which I've seen quite a few stories about this room.
Ooh.
The same building. When I first entered the room, everything appeared normal, but as it got later, I had a weird sensation. Laying down in bed watching TV, I turned to my right, where the fridge and microwave were placed, and clearly observed a man wearing all black clothing standing in the corner of the room. I quickly sat up and took a better look, but it was already gone. Later on that night, while sleeping, I remember feeling a presence in the room, but tried to ignore it. Several times during the night, I found myself seeing the same black shape standing in the bathroom. And since the bathroom door was wide open the whole night, because surprisingly, the door would not stay shut. I was in the hotel for 3 nights in the same room, and the entire time I felt the presence, but was only able to see the manifestation the first night. Also, during that first weekend here, I happened to see a man sitting in the area where they were having where they had the couches. As I was leaving and hopped on the elevator, I once again saw him standing almost immediately in front of the elevator as it was closing. I just assumed it was not the same thing, but I had that same feeling while I was in my room. Is this the creepy figure? Went to grab some Libans. Oh yeah, this is the same person. Like a few nights later, so they went by the bar on site. One of the guys that worked there walked us over towards the back to grab some lemons, and right in between the kitchen area and the hotel entry and one of the hallways, I looked towards the end of the hallway to see a figure of what appeared to be a man that looked burnt and bloody at the same time. At first, I got freaked out, not knowing anything about the history of this hotel. But when I was told there had been a fire here a long time ago, I saw what I saw made a little bit more sense, but it was still very frightening.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
There was the most recent story was from this year too. The last one I took photos of was like June of 2023. So it's still pretty active. And apparently there's a ghost that throws like toilet paper rolls in the girls' bathroom.
A helpful ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if they're full or if it's just like little like
it's a cat ghost.
That was the last one.
Do you have another one handy?
But does JP have more jokes while I look to see if it's worth reading?
You hear about the Democratic skeleton that might run for president? Boney Sanders.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no, we'll leave it at that one. We'll leave it there. We're good. I hope you guys enjoyed. I succeeded this time. I came prepared-ish.
Thank you.
Nice, thank you.
Do you want to tell them about the picture you sent me?
Oh yeah, so that is a picture.
Can I share it on the screen?
I would just zoom in so you can't see like the door, like as far as like where the door is. I don't know if it's going to give away the location, but it is posted online. Go ahead, I don't care.
Okay. Well, I got to look for it. So you talk while I pull it up. Okay.
So that picture, I remember seeing it a long time ago too. There are events at this hotel very often, and they have weddings. So this was at a wedding. It was someone who actually worked on location. So it was someone who's reputable. It's not someone who's coming in like, oh, look at this creepy ghost. But they took a picture in front of this door, and when they got developed, there is an image of a little girl spinning, and she looks like she's wearing old-time clothes. All you can see is her little tiny shoe, but it looks like an old-timey shoe, but she was not in the picture when they took it.
Oof. Okay, hold on. I'm sharing the screen now.
And I think one of those stories I read too, someone said they saw a little girl crawl out of the wall and stand in the bathroom as well. So there's that.
It's been so long that I got to allow Zoom to share the screen.
We all had problems logging onto Zoom today because
You guys have heard that little ghosts or like little ghost children, sometimes there's demons popping up.
Yeah.
People.
Okay, so it won't let me unless I restart Zoom, which I'm not going to do. Sorry.
Can you drop it in the chat?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I guess if it's on your like.
Yeah. It was a great idea.
Computer.
I want Shandy to look at it right before she goes to bed.
Okay, let's see. Here it is. It is now uploading into the chat. There it is.
Oh, I did see this, but I didn't know what it was.
It's a little ghost. Look at her little tiny ghost foot.
That's pretty scary.
You can make it bigger. Like click on it to make it bigger.
I'm good.
That's what she said.
Little ghost foot. Little blurry demon face.
All right. Moving in, let me see. What I haven't actually got one, my bad. Let me see. What is our
I think the outfits are pretty scary.
They're of questionable fashion choice.
All right, everybody. Before we move on to the That's What She Said, and finish up, we have one last person joining us in the chat. Oh my God.
Hey.
I realized I this wig doesn't fit all that well, but it's fine.
Totally fine.
It's enough.
Oh, it is enough. But Jamie Jo Kelly, what a that's incredible. Did she win costume?
Yeah, for like makeup goals.
She's in body paint. Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
She's the bride of Lisa Frankenstein.
I have a question. Like, can you hear this? Because I sometimes Zoom mutes audio, like if I'm pressing it in, but can you hear this?
I got family.
Did you all hear that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, I rehearsed a song for
oh please, dear God,
for you all. So anyways, is now I don't want to interrupt that if you guys are speaking about something.
No, we're about to do the That's What She Said and then wrap it
time.
up. So you came in just in time.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so I'm making sure I have this ready for our Halloween party that we're going to this week because I love going to parties and being sociable. So I'm gonna make sure.
I told them that it's not like it's next door, which we wouldn't be going to in the first place, but it's we have to like commit to drive to it.
Yeah.
Which makes it harder to like peace out really quickly.
Okay, so here is what I have prepared for the Halloween party that we're going to, where Colleen and I will be going as Barbie and Ken. So here we go.
All my life been so polite, but I'll sleep alone tonight, 'cause I'm just kidding. Anywhere else I'll be taken. Is it my destiny to live and die a life of blonde fragility? I'm just kidding. Where I see love, she sees a friend.
For those at home, Jay is acting this out.
I'm waiting for the choreography. I hope you learn the dance number.
Nice.
We did. Colleens assemble. Okay.
Nice.
This is an audio medium. We can't hear it anymore.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's gone. See, eventually, Zoom sucks now.
Because it must like it gets that we're live streaming. So it's
It
like,
thinks-
there's your seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. You picked the wrong 30 seconds, baby.
Yep.
Whatever. Did it work though? At least did it work long enough?
Yeah.
Yes,
it did. We got it. It was very good.
Yes, long
Okay,
enough.
good. I'm fucking. It's too hot.
Hey, are you gonna shave?
No, I don't want to shave.
Yeah, but it doesn't look good with the beard.
I think it looks great.
No, it doesn't.
Thank you,
Don't
Shandy.
tell him that. Stop it.
That's all.
Stop
I need.
it.
I think it is enough.
No.
Thank you.
I want a thumbs up if he needs to shave the beard. And you can do thumbs down if he can keep it. Thumbs up. Oh,
You know
I
what?
got a bunch of thumbs up.
How about double thumbs up to keep the beard?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
How do I get that thumb?
Oh.
Do you like that cool new thing? Watch this. Everybody celebrate with me.
I don't have it.
You know, how did we have this the other? What was he doing on
I thought
Zoom?
my thumbs up thing was very cool. You're one-upping me, my friend.
One thumbs up here, yeah.
I must not have like.
What?
I must need to update this.
It's if you use your iPhone as a webcam. Yeah,
Oh,
see, yeah.
that's why.
Okay, that makes sense. That I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
And then if
the
you two
sorcery.
thumbs down, it makes like a thunderstorm. This is what I think of you all wanting me to not do it. But Colleen,
We're all
don't worry, I
collectibles.
still love you.
I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell. So are you going to be Rob Thomas going as? Because doesn't he have a beard? Your favorite artist of all time, Rob
I
Thomas.
hate Rob Thomas.
Why not? He does a great show. Puts
No.
on a spectacular show.
Awful show.
It was terrible. It was the worst show I've ever been to in my life.
Terrible. Terrible.
But seriously, we're going to shave. The end.
Nope.
Because then you have no shave November. Then you have No Shave November. And
how about
you
no
throw it back.
shave, no ever?
Clever, but
No?
it doesn't work.
Okay. Change the studio lighting. Look, I can zoom in.
Oh, you're doing the camera thing.
And that's just the iPhone. You can there's all this cool shit you can do.
So you got
I can
working.
have it track me, so it follows me as I'm moving around. So these iPhones, man, they can do anything today.
Not mine.
Not
mine. Mine is not Frank's. Frank's still got the iPhone 6 or something, which we learned when we were in Nashville.
Frank's still using a
Nokia.
Nokia.
It is the 8, and I have the SE.
The
JP,
SE?
I like JP's thing. He's got
the SE.
Oh yeah, he was Jack Shepherd before.
Aw, that's cute. Remember Lost?
Yeah, there's gonna be a documentary out on it soon. I don't know if you heard.
Going around.
Yeah. Okay. We are going to finish up with the Match What She Said and then call it an evening. Did you guys decide who is going where? When? That's what she said too. But
I think it should be Matt, Tasia, JP.
All right, so there we go.
We're happy to have you.
You're coming next time.
It's scurried up in there.
Captain, no, not on the rug.
It has to warm up.
Oh.
Your oven has to preheat.
This trap is going out tonight.
It popped out for a little, I'm still here moment.
That's
I don't even
impressive. With the cup thing.
Very eager, Beaver.
We said that.
I don't remember. I don't remember any of this.
They've been on long enough.
We know.
I feel that.
Everybody is very enthusiastic.
I want to do it so bad.
I edited the picture of Jay's stick.
The Gandalf stick.
I know.
I don't know if anyone wants to do it during the day.
A handful for time's sake.
You could put one finger in.
Shandy puts her hand underneath it and she's like, it's right there, right here.
That was the geocache, guys. Don't be
Sure.
guilty.
Oh,
Sure.
right.
Calls it.
I was there. There were no geocaches.
It was the ultimate prize.
This one must be a geocache also. I felt around that thing 4 times.
It was.
It was a micro.
I practiced
It was
all
a
week.
micro.
I mean, it was.
It's a JP cache.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short, JP.
Hey.
I've seen it.
Practiced all week.
Jennifer's body. I feel there's something we can do about that.
That's a good excuse to go for longer.
Let me finish, Jamie Kennedy.
We're doing it for January.
I plan on keeping going.
So does
Okay.
Shandy.
Who?
But
Wait, I have one of those. Wait, I have one. Wait, hold on.
Nope.
Sorry. Didn't even come through. Fuck this. Fuck.
Nope. Zoom hates you.
You got to turn on to optimize for music, Colleen, but whatever. It's fine.
Well, excuse me, I didn't think you were going to show up with your soundboard. I should have known that.
There's just a certain there's a certain caliber you get when I come on the show, and you just got to be ready for it.
That's true. I didn't know if you were going to show up. So,
Wow.
Okay, put the wig and the costume back on. We're going to take a picture in a second. Everybody get ready. I'm going to set the screen
Glasses
capture.
on. Hair up.
Oh, yeah.
Cap on. Glasses off.
Make sure
Glasses
you know
on.
your
Hair down.
foil is
Yeah.
facing northwest.
JJ, do you know what Shandy is?
The kid from Signs.
No, I'm a Republican.
That's good.
Thanks.
Well, I just gotta move up my desk to capture all of me.
It's good. Nobody else is. Yeah. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think it captured. All right, everybody. Thank you for that lovely picture. On that note, thank you for joining us tonight. My favorite show of the year. Yay.
Yay.
Jamie, I think you should rethink your Halloween costume stance. And when you take the kids trick-or-treating, paint yourself.
I think.
Maybe.
Wait, you don't do this for actual Halloween, Jamie Joe?
I was going to, but then I decided not to because I am doing a full skull skeleton on my kid, and but maybe we'll see.
It's what you should do. Don't go to sleep. Just stay up until
Just stay
Halloween,
awake.
so that way this
For a whole
paint
week.
job holds.
I mean,
Yeah.
can't you just like spray yourself with some sort of
yeah,
finishing
like a
spray?
sealant. Or
Yeah,
something?
there's like a finishing spray.
And then you just, have to sleep like a mummy for.
Yeah, just like very still. I need some of that sleep paralysis we're talking about.
Just-
She needs an old hag.
I need an old
Just
hag.
don't-
Give me an old hag.
Just don't lay down. It's fine. Just stand up and sleep.
Yeah, just say,
It's
yeah,
fine.
just sleep standing up.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's a thing.
Hang yourself on a hanger in a closet. Like lean into
Whoa.
Halloween.
Okay,
Go
she
full
doesn't need to
Halloween.
hang herself. All right.
Like a hanger.
Just do whatever.
Stay out of the rain.
Like you're a
Whatever
like
giant
from
it takes.
Beetlejuice.
person.
Maybe next year I'll be the lady in the waiting room with the full couch and like half the body. Maybe I'll go big.
Oh, I love that.
I like how
Oh.
that's your going big, because for me, that's going. What you're doing right now is going big.
Incredible. So how do you
I
like
can
get
still
your own
walk.
face? Like how do you do your own face? That's what
Just
she
there's
said.
a mirror. There's a mirror and a few cuss words here and there. That's about it.
It's incredible.
But when you call it a cuss word, it's adorable. So
It's
fine.
not adorable when I actually say it.
But is it like cute, like something like, gosh darn it?
No.
Son of a bee.
Sugar.
No. Like military man. Full
Oh.
blown. I mean it.
Okay. All right. I don't think I've ever heard you cuss, but
I can
Thank
be
you, word for
be
it.
behaved.
you are. You do a great job.
I try.
So my patrons gifted me this Pinocchio. I'm really excited about it.
Nice.
Wow.
It's a accurate replica of Pinocchio.
That's cool.
That was in that big box.
It was.
That ginormous box. That was in it.
This is amazing. I've always wanted a real accurate Pinocchio before.
I thought you had one of those.
I didn't.
Oh no, you have the Pee Wee Herman. Sorry, they look the same.
Whatever. I'd like you to tell that to
believe-
his face.
I will.
Colleen, if you don't
Almost like
believe
Glitch
him,
in the
you can tell if
Matrix
he's
stories.
lying.
I'm like waiting for Pinocchio's head to turn.
Yeah, there you
Waiting
go.
for like his head to come up. I'm like,
We read scary. We read
"You're
scary
never
stories
sleeping ever
earlier.
again. I live here now.
Yeah, you better keep that thing
You're
downstairs.
my family
I was
forever.
gonna say, yeah, because he may come visit you in the middle of the night if you don't.
Oh my God.
What are you doing?
Stop it. All of you. Stop.
No, I can't.
Speaking of patrons, thank you to our patrons, especially the ones that contribute a certain level. And that would be Eckhart Rigner, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with a Plan, and Ed Creepy Poopy Head Mailman. Thanks, guys. If you'd like to become a patron, you go to patreon.com/JNJack, and that helps support everybody on the network. Some of the other shows that are going on right now include Survivor with Jamie Jack and Colleen. That Jamie. Oh God, Jamie, if you show up to record Survivor in that tomorrow.
You should.
Maybe.
Okay. The Ramblecast After Dark and The Amazing Race with Jack and Cindy. Check those out. All right. If you have any feedback for anything we talked about tonight, if you have a scary, spooky story of your own, you can email us, thebroadcasters3@gmail.com, or you can give us a call at 331-276-2373. Or, you can record yourself and then email that voice recording to us as well. All right. Did I forget anything, anybody? Did I leave anything out?
That was great.
Oh, thank you. Happy Halloween. Until next year.
Happy Halloween.
I bid you adieu. We'll be right back. All right. No, thanks again, everybody, though. We'll see you next time. Again, don't forget, we're off next week. So we will be back for that election day? No. Okay, we'll be back. Oh, yes. The next time recorded, it'll be election day.
It is.
It's election day here, although I think I might be gone before I get to vote. But
do you do early voting?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll look into it. Anyway.
You should early vote in Florida just because they hate that. Plus, it's your last chance to do the right thing in Florida.
Stick it to the man-neosis.
All right. So yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you in 2 weeks. On that note, my name is Colleen.
Thank you. Muted.
Who, me?
Oh, I was just
Amanda.
Cough. Hold on.
Oh, I was like, oh my God, are we in the Matrix now?
My name is Amanda.
It was all I could get out. That's what she said. Hold on, I gotta cough again.
Okay,
that's what she said.
Well, all right. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.